4 things you should never speak to others. In life, words are the bridge that connects people. They possess immense power. They can uplift a weary soul, ignite hope, or heal emotional wounds. Yet the same words, if not chosen carefully, can become sharp knives, causing pain, breaking trust, and destroying the relationships we hold dear. Buddhism often emphasizes that every word we utter not only reflects our inner state, but also carries a lasting impact on the world around us. Have you ever regretted saying something at the wrong moment or uttering a careless remark that hurt someone you love? Sometimes in moments of unchecked emotion, we blurt out seemingly harmless words that leave scars in others' hearts, scars that are difficult to erase. Therefore, mastering our speech is not just a way to protect ourselves, but also an art of maintaining harmony in all our relationships. In today's fast-paced and high-pressure world, many people overlook the importance of speaking mindfully. Often, we hastily share our thoughts without pausing to consider whether what we say is appropriate, necessary, or beneficial. Words spoken at the wrong time or without careful thought can hurt others, lead to misunderstandings, or even erode trust. But what should not be said? What should be kept to oneself? Some people habitually overshare their personal successes, unintentionally creating pressure or envy in others. Others frequently complain about life's dissatisfactions, spreading negative energy. Some reveal uncertain plans or past mistakes, which can damage their credibility or lead to unfavorable judgments. This article will focus on 4 things you should never say to others. These are not rigid rules, but thoughtful suggestions to help you be more cautious in communication. Our words carry meaning and reflect our character, mindset, and values. A well-timed, carefully chosen word can strengthen relationships, build trust, and foster love. On the other hand, poorly timed words can create rifts that are hard to mend. In this article, you'll discover subtle advice to help you become a more skilled and sensitive communicator. We'll explore how to control your speech, what to avoid sharing, and how to build relationships based on respect and sincerity. These lessons are invaluable not only for maintaining harmony with family and friends, but also for establishing yourself as a composed, mature individual who genuinely cares about others' feelings. Life is not a race to speak quickly or say as much as possible. It's a journey where every word and action must be weighed to create value. Let's uncover the 4 things you should never say to others. Each suggestion in this article will not only help you communicate more gracefully, but also bring peace and balance to your own soul. Begin your transformation with your words today, ensuring every sentence you utter becomes a meaningful gift that spreads love and understanding. Words are the seeds of harmony, and with care, they will bloom into beautiful flowers, connecting hearts. Let's now explore the 4 things you should never say to others. Number 1, don't talk too much about your success. A lesson in humility and understanding. In life, everyone seeks recognition and desires to share their hard-earned achievements. Stories of success, when shared appropriately, can inspire, ignite hope, and motivate others. However, when shared at the wrong time, too frequently, or without considering the context, these stories can become a double-edged sword, unintentionally hurting the listener or making you seem boastful and lacking empathy. Imagine sitting in a casual conversation where a friend continuously talks about their impressive salary, luxurious trips, or remarkable accomplishments. At first, you might feel admiration or curiosity about their journey. But if these stories are repeated without pause or lack sincerity, the admiration can turn into exhaustion or even envy. The listener may feel inadequate or find themselves caught in unnecessary comparisons. Instead of fostering connection, These conversations can unintentionally create distance in relationships. Buddhism teaches that every word we speak carries energy, and that energy can either build or destroy, depending on how we use it. When you speak excessively about your success without considering the emotions and circumstances of the listener, your words can become an invisible burden, causing harm or making others feel disrespected. Remember, the value of a conversation isn't in who has achieved more, but in empathy, connection, and genuine sharing. Sometimes, we fail to recognize that our stories can unintentionally come across as boastful. For example, sharing about a high salary, a dream job, or extravagant vacations may simply be an expression of your pride and joy. But consider the perspective of the listener, someone struggling with a difficult job or facing financial hardships. In such situations, your story might make them feel inadequate or add pressure to their lives. Another scenario: you enthusiastically share about a successful business venture during a gathering. However, if the person you're speaking to is struggling in their career, your words might unintentionally bruise their self-esteem. These examples aren't meant to discourage sharing, but to remind us that sensitivity and tact are essential for maintaining harmony in relationships. Success is something to be proud of, but how you share it truly determines the value of what you've achieved. Humility doesn't mean hiding your accomplishments. It means knowing when, where, and how to share them to convey a positive message. Instead of focusing solely on the outcome, emphasize the journey, the challenges you overcame, and the lessons you learned. This approach not only makes your story relatable, but also inspires and motivates others. One way to balance sharing your success is by listening more than you speak. When you pay attention to others' emotions and circumstances, you'll know when it's appropriate to share. If the person across from you seeks advice, share your success as an example, not as a boast. If they're going through a tough time, use the lessons from your success to encourage and help them. Additionally, remember that silence can also be a form of humility. You don't always need to prove your worth through words. Often what you do, how you live, and how you treat others is the clearest testament to your true success. Dear reader, words are a powerful tool for building relationships, but they can also destroy, if not used wisely. Sharing success is a good thing, but always consider the perspective of the listener to ensure your story adds value, rather than simply affirming your achievements. True success isn't about what you own. It's about how you inspire and motivate those around you. Choose your words as carefully as you tend a garden. Each word is a seed. By planting humility, empathy, and love, you'll harvest trust, respect, and enduring relationships. In doing so, you'll become the best version of yourself, not just someone successful in their career, but someone who has mastered the art of living. Number 2, don't speak too much about your dissatisfactions with others. The art of maintaining peace in communication. Life is a mirror that reflects the state of your soul. What we say not only reveals our inner thoughts, but also carries energy that influences our surroundings. In daily interactions, frustrations, complaints, or criticisms often slip out easily when emotions run high. However, Buddhism teaches us that words have the power to build or destroy, and excessive complaints about others can damage relationships and disrupt your own peace of mind. When you complain or speak ill of others, the first thing to suffer isn't the person you're targeting, but your image in the eyes of the listener. They may perceive you as negative, judgmental, and lacking tolerance. While venting frustrations or criticizing others may provide temporary relief, these words also spread negative energy, making the listener uncomfortable or even eroding their trust in you. In communication, listeners don't just hear the content of your words, they sense your attitude and the energy you bring. When you focus on dissatisfaction, that negative energy not only affects others' moods, but also circles back to impact you. The more you dwell on negativity, the more your mind becomes trapped in a cycle of discontent, making it harder to find peace. Another issue with criticizing others is the unintended spread of your words. What you say can be repeated or distorted as it reaches others. This not only harms the person being criticized, but also places you in a position of losing trust from both the person you spoke about and the one you shared your thoughts with. Imagine complaining about a colleague at work. You tell a friend about their lack of responsibility, how they irritate you, and even exaggerate details to make the story more engaging. Initially, you may feel relieved, but pause and consider. What does the listener think of you? They may see you as untrustworthy, quick to judge, and lacking professionalism. Another example could be within your family, where you voice dissatisfaction with a family member to someone outside the family. These words can unintentionally hurt your loved one, and if the story spreads, it may create rifts in your family relationships. Dissatisfaction is natural, but how you handle it determines the outcome, whether you heal the wound or widen the divide. If you feel the need to express your dissatisfaction, choose neutral language and frame your thoughts in a way that doesn't hurt others. Instead of focusing on someone else's faults, express your feelings honestly and constructively. For instance, instead of saying, "He always bothers me," try, "I feel a bit pressured when working together, and I'd like to find a way to improve our collaboration." If an issue needs to be resolved, address it directly with the person involved instead of speaking behind their back. A candid but gentle conversation, focused on solutions rather than blame, can improve the situation without causing harm. Don't forget to listen to their perspective, as this not only helps you better understand the issue, but also shows respect and a willingness to reconcile. Ask yourself, is sharing this truly necessary? Does it bring any benefit to me or the listener? If the answer is no, consider keeping those thoughts to yourself. Buddhism teaches that silence is sometimes the best way to maintain inner peace and harmony in relationships. Dear friend, life is filled with situations that may leave you feeling dissatisfied or upset. But how you respond to them shapes who you are. Complaining or criticizing others may bring temporary relief, but it's never a lasting solution. Instead, seek positive ways to address issues, keep your mind at peace, and build relationships based on respect and empathy. Remember, your words don't just affect others, they reflect your inner self. When you choose words that are loving, gentle, and constructive, you not only spread positive energy, but also create a healthy environment where people feel respected and safe. Start today by thinking carefully before you speak about your dissatisfactions. Choose peace over conflict, love over judgment. By doing so, you'll not only feel lighter, but also contribute to building deeper, more meaningful, and enduring relationships in your life. Number 3. Don't talk about uncertain plans, the journey of patience and subtlety. In life, we all have dreams and grand plans we wish to bring to fruition. These ideas and aspirations often motivate us, helping us move forward, overcome challenges, and find meaning. However, Buddhism teaches that not everything needs to be shared, especially plans that are not yet concrete. Patience and quiet action are often the keys to sustainable success, helping you avoid unnecessary pressure from yourself and others. Talking about an unfinished plan can provide temporary excitement, but it also comes with risks. When you share a plan that is not well prepared, you may feel pressured by the expectations of those who hear it. While they may express support, their expectations can unintentionally become a burden, making you feel compelled to achieve the goal at any cost, even when the conditions are not yet ripe. Additionally, if the plan does not come to fruition, it can damage your credibility. Those who heard about your plan may feel disappointed or doubt your capabilities. This not only affects your personal reputation, but also reduces others' trust in what you say in the future. Buddhism emphasizes that everything in life requires time to mature, and silence at the right moment is a sign of wisdom. By acting quietly and focusing on refining your plan without being influenced by external opinions, you create better opportunities for success. Imagine you're developing a new business project. In your excitement, you tell friends and colleagues about your groundbreaking product, but the idea is still incomplete. You haven't finalized the concept, secured resources, or analyzed the market. At first, people may show enthusiasm and support, but if you fail to deliver on your words, they may feel let down. Worse, you could be seen as someone who talks big but lacks practicality. Another example. You announce a big goal, such as running a marathon or learning a new skill, but later fail to commit to achieving it. Those who heard about your plan may no longer take your words seriously, as they've seen you fall short before. Success doesn't come from talking about what you will do. It comes from actually doing it. Let your actions speak for you rather than your words. Focus on completing your plans before making them public, and only share them when you're truly ready. This not only protects you from unnecessary pressure, but also creates a positive impression when you finally present the results. When you feel tempted to share a plan, ask yourself, am I fully prepared? Is it really necessary to talk about this now? If the answer is no, wait until you have the confidence and clarity to share. When everything is complete, you'll feel prouder of what you've accomplished, and your listeners will be more impressed by your maturity and professionalism. Remember, staying silent is not a sign of weakness or lack of confidence. It's a demonstration of inner strength and patience. Truly successful people often speak little about what they will do because they spend most of their time actually doing it. Dear friend, every great plan requires time, effort, and focus to become a reality. Sharing too early can lead to distractions and unnecessary stress. Instead, keep your focus and act with persistence and calm. When your plans are realized, the results will speak for themselves. No explanations needed. Let your actions and achievements inspire others. When you share at the right time, your story will not only impress but also add real value to your audience. Most importantly, you will feel proud of yourself for having walked the journey with dedication and integrity. Begin today. Be patient, stay quiet, and focus on your goals. When the right time comes, confidently share what you've achieved to demonstrate your abilities and inspire those around you. The greatest success isn't in what you say, but in what you do and the mark you leave behind. Number 4. Don't dwell too much on past mistakes, turning failures into lessons for growth. In life's journey, no one is immune to mistakes or missteps. Failures in work, relationships, or decisions are valuable lessons that help us grow and improve. However, constantly revisiting past mistakes doesn't always bring understanding or encouragement. Sometimes, it places you at a disadvantage. Buddhism teaches that mistakes are a natural part of life, but clinging to them hinders your path toward peace and happiness. When you frequently talk about your past mistakes, listeners may not see you as someone who has overcome challenges. Instead, they may focus on your weaknesses. Whether intentionally or unintentionally, people might use this information to form negative judgments. Rather than being inspired by your journey, they may only remember the failures you repeatedly highlight. Sharing stories about past mistakes can lead to misunderstandings or unintentional spread of information. Listeners might embellish details or take your story out of context, turning it into harmful gossip that affects your reputation and relationships. In Buddhism, words are compared to arrows. Once released, you cannot control where they land. Imagine a person who failed in their career but chooses to focus on the pain of being fired, the feeling of being stuck, and the disappointment. Instead of drawing attention to the lessons they've learned, this narrative may lead listeners to perceive them as lacking ability or resilience. This diminishes their image and could create doubts in future professional relationships. In romantic relationships, recounting past mistakes, how you were unkind, hurt your partner, or failed to maintain happiness, might influence how a current or potential partner perceives you. They may use this information to question your ability to build and sustain a long-term relationship. Mistakes are an inevitable part of life, but how you talk about them is what truly matters. Instead of focusing on the failures, highlight the lessons learned. This approach not only helps you maintain respect from the listener, but also inspires and encourages them to overcome their own challenges. Not every mistake needs to be shared. Only bring up past missteps when they are relevant to the conversation and offer value to the listener. For example, if you're mentoring someone through a similar challenge, sharing the lessons from your mistakes can provide empathy and motivation. When discussing past mistakes, always conclude with how you overcame them, what you learned, and how they shaped who you are today. Instead of saying, "I failed and lost everything," try, "I learned how to rise after failure and discovered a new path for myself." Buddhism emphasizes that clinging to past mistakes only increases suffering. Learn to let go, forgive yourself, and focus on the present. By doing so, your perspective on mistakes will shift from regret to peace and appreciation for life's lessons. Dear friend, mistakes are a natural part of being human, but dwelling on them too much can trap you in the past. Rather than letting those missteps define you, view them as stepping stones to progress. Each mistake carries a valuable lesson, and the key is to learn, grow, and move forward rather than getting lost in regret. What you say not only influences how others perceive you, but also reveals how you perceive yourself. When you talk about mistakes with peace and confidence, you project inner strength and spread positivity to those around you. Let your mistakes become motivation. Let your lessons illuminate the path ahead, and let your story inspire others. You don't need to hide your past, but you also don't need to let it weigh you down. Choose to talk about your mistakes with subtlety and grace, ensuring that every word carries a message of hope, growth, and gratitude for life. Conclusion. Life is a continuous flow of relationships, and words are the bridges connecting us to the world around us. In Buddhist philosophy, words are not merely tools for communication, but expressions of the soul. A heartfelt word can soothe deep wounds, while a careless one can leave lasting scars. Therefore, being mindful of what we say not only helps us avoid unnecessary troubles, but also builds trust, respect, and enduring relationships. When we understand the immense power of words, we realize that knowing what to say and what not to say is both an art and a skill worth mastering. Oversharing about your success can unintentionally make others feel inadequate. Complaining too much can spread negativity. Revealing uncertain plans might undermine your credibility. And dwelling excessively on past mistakes can hinder your growth. If left unchecked, these habits can disrupt harmony in relationships and overshadow the way others perceive you. On the other hand, practicing restraint and carefully choosing your words can prevent misunderstandings and create a space for communication filled with understanding, positivity, and constructive dialogue. Remember, what you say not only influences others, but also reflects who you are. Every word you speak is part of the story you are writing about yourself, a story of peace, wisdom, or one of misunderstandings and conflict. The choice is yours. Buddhism teaches that words spoken from calmness and mindfulness carry the greatest value. When you speak with compassion, your words heal. When you speak with humility, they inspire. And when you speak with humility, they connect. Always ask yourself, is this necessary? Does it bring value? More importantly, does it hurt anyone? These questions not only protect others, but also help you maintain inner peace. From today, start practicing the art of mindful communication by applying the lessons from the 4 things we should avoid saying. When you share your successes, do so with humility and subtlety. When feeling discontent, reflect on your emotions before speaking to ensure your words don't carry negative energy. For uncertain plans, let your actions speak first. When recalling past mistakes, focus on the lessons you've learned instead of the failures themselves. Your words are seeds sown in the hearts of others, and each seed has the potential to grow. Choose to plant seeds of love, understanding, and peace. By doing so, you not only make the world around you brighter, but also find lightness and meaning in every moment of your life. Remember, the power of words does not come from their eloquence, but from their sincerity. Let every word you speak carry love and light. In doing so, you not only make others feel valued, but also establish yourself as someone trustworthy and thoughtful. When you achieve this, you are not just communicating, you are connecting, inspiring, and leaving a lasting impact. This journey begins with small changes, a kind word, a thoughtful silence, and an awareness that every word carries your energy. Let your words become tools for healing and building rather than harming or breaking. This is not just a way to become a more skillful communicator, but also a path to living a fuller, more meaningful life. Dear friend, life is not a race to speak the most, but a journey to understand the deepest. From today, choose a style of communication where every word is a gift to others. In that gift, always include love, humility, and sincerity. By doing so, you create a difference, not only in communication, but also in the course of your life. Thank you for spending time with us in this video. We hope that today's reflections not only help you realize the power of words, but also inspire you to practice more mindful, gentle communication. If you found this content valuable, please like, share it with your loved ones, and subscribe to the channel to never miss future lessons. We look forward to accompanying you on your journey of self-discovery and growth. Wishing you peace and happiness always. See you in the next video.